Hey there, everybody. It's the Modern Native. Oh, there you go. So, this video is about widowmakers and how to self-rescue. Sorry, I'm having a moment here. Now, when you're out in the woods, even a standing tree can become a widowmaker. It doesn't just have to be a widowmaker that's leaning that can fall, because one of these standing trees can look like it's fine, then it falls out of nowhere and lands on you. Now, if you're lucky, it lands like this, straight across. And if you're lucky, you're in between branches and you didn't get stabbed. The first thing you have to do when a tree lands on you and you're in this situation, you have to assess. A, don't move around as much as I am right now. Hold yourself still, stay calm, but stay rigid. And just flex your toes. You can still move your toes inside your shoes. It's a good indicator that you're pretty okay, that you're going to be all right. Now, the next step is to see if you're punctured. See what space you have. See where the branches are. See if you can feel around. And there's no branches centered on my body. So I'm good. So you assess the damage. Now, if you were unable to move your toes, you were punctured, your best bet were to try to contact help. Most of us have a phone, but unfortunately, at this moment, most people would have their phone in their pocket. Like, I can reach, luckily, I can reach my lighter if this takes too long. And I'm only lighting a cigarette right now because the bugs are going to eat me alive far worse than this tree is going to hurt me. So, when you're in this situation, after you get through your assessment, you need to choose. Am I damaged to the point that moving is going to hurt me worse? Or, and can I wait here and wait for help and get help to come rescue me? Or am I more likely to die from exposure sitting in this situation, or from an animal, or from the bugs? So you have to make a choice. Rescue yourself or wait to be rescued. Now I'm taking my time, I'm talking about this, and I'm walking you through it. But you don't want to waste any time. Figure out if you're okay, figure out if you can rescue yourself, figure out if that's the right idea. Boom, boom, boom. This whole process should take seconds. So after you figure out your choice, remind yourself to stay calm. If you can't move, if you're stuck, there is a way out. You just have to breathe. Try to not let yourself sink. Wherever the tree is, try to hold that rigid, try to hold it up, and breathe. Then take a moment to assess. I brought a shovel with me to wedge it up to be able to lay it on myself. But in the reality of this situation, you're not going to have that. If this was just an accidental thing, it just happened, you're not going to have that. I purposely put myself underneath. So, but I had to wedge it up with the shovel to get underneath to be able to lower it back down. But I'm not taking that route as a rescue because someone in this situation wouldn't have that. So I have to look around. I don't have anything on me, nothing I can reach. First thing I see here is I got a stick. It's decent enough. I could use it to dig. That's one option. seeing if there's a branch around here that I can reach that is strong enough. I guess not. This plant isn't going to do it. I can't lift it off myself. Looks like I might have to take the digging route. Most of these aren't going to take the weight as a brace. It's going to snap. So I'm trying to see if I could set up a vertical to brace it on top, because it can hold a lot more weight that way. Nope, that's going to crumble. Oh, could be a good digging stick though. And don't throw away your resources. If you only have what is in reach, you can't waste it. So at this point, when nothing seems to be working except for digging, and that sounds like a shitty option, you might panic. And remember, panicking is going to be the worst thing you can do. So you need to stay calm. And you need to work your way through it. And like I was about to say a minute ago, and then I got sidetracked. Even in this situation right now, even though I'm in control, there was still a little mini panic moment when I realized I actually couldn't move it. Oh no. And I realized when I dropped it, my one leg is on one side of a branch and my other leg is on the other, so I have a branch in between my legs. So I'm actually stuck in this spot. So if you're in this situation, don't panic. Stay calm and find your exit. Going this way, it gets tighter. As I put my hand down, it gets tighter. But there's less log that way. But it's the thicker end. So it's going to be heavier. This side is all tangled up with branches, but it gets wider. If I could get past this section and get myself some space, and I broke the first rule of being out here. When I was preparing to do this, I changed my clothes. And I didn't reset up my EDC because I was just stepping away from camp to do this. So at this point, I could make enough space to be able to reach a knife if I had one. Like, talk about a blue moon, worst possible time to not have a knife. So here's your worst case scenario, how to rescue yourself. You don't have a knife to be able to cut the branches. Some of them break, but the one I need to break doesn't want to. Don't let the frustration kill you. It's one of the worst things that can happen in one of these situations. You get frustrated and you expend too much energy throwing a fit. So don't throw a fit and conserve your energy. Breathe and stay calm. Woosah. The calm one survives. You panic, you die. So what you just saw was soothing frustration. When that frustration hits you, the tool I was trying to use breaks. The frustration can hit you. You soothe it. Calm, breathe, and remind yourself that if you panic, you die. Stay calm and breathe and work your way through it. The only reason the bugs are leaving me alone is the bugs. Oh. Okay. All right. All right. So like I said, I took a couple of sticks, I put them upright, and I forced a brace underneath. I've taken some weight off. Oh. Okay, so I got it braced with a vertical stick, so that way this end, as long as I don't jostle it too much when I try to slide out, this end won't fall. So part of this whole exercise was also to show you kind of the mindset, the phases of what happens when you're in this situation. You have those panics, you have that frustration, and you need to soothe. And what can make this whole situation a lot worse is insects, especially out of the tree. Especially if it's dead and it fell on you, it could be rotten and it could be infested. So there's no idea what, when you move stuff, what when you break off can make this fucking crawl all over you. So I'm gonna start digging on this side to try to give myself enough space to slide out. Smooth and easy. Conserve your energy and do it a little bit at a time. And I'm trying not to jostle this too much because I don't want those sticks to fall and have that weight drop on me again. I gave myself like a half an inch. And you'd be surprised what that'll give you as far as relief from weight. I'll do another one of these where I'm pinned differently. Like maybe just a foot is totally pinned underneath the log and I have to make a fire. Or maybe one half of my body is pinned and I have to make a fire on the side to wait for rescue. So this is the self-rescue. So the next one will be teaching you how to survive longer to wait for rescue. How to assess damage, treat what you can if you can see it, kind of thing. Which is what you should have done in this situation, treat what you can. But like I said, if you were damaged and it's a possibility to wait, you should. But if exposure, animals are a risk and you need to rescue yourself, or rescue is not an option, it took me forever to get the phone to sit up the way it is. I'd show you the hole is right here, dug out, cleared it away, so that way I can slide my body up the log to give myself more space. Easy does it. Smooth and easy. Oh. Whew. Ow. Oh. Ow. So I actually thought I was going to have to dig a little more to be able to slide out. But because I was able to turn at the angle and slide out, and that brace actually worked really well. They didn't fall. So there you go. You ever find yourself in a situation where you got caught by WidowMaker? That's how you pull a self-rescue, if that's an option. Be careful out there when you're venturing out in the woods. And disclaimer, do not try to recreate this. Do not try to attempt this at home. This was for educational and entertainment purposes to teach people the process of what happens psychologically and physically and what you have to do to accomplish your rescue, your self-rescue, if you were to ever inadvertently find yourself in a situation where you were pinned by a widowmaker. Always watch out for dead standing trees. Always watch out for the dead leaning trees. Look up for those pieces of branches that are still caught in the living trees. The right wind will knock those down. That's worse than a widowmaker because that javelin will go right through you and you become a human kebab. So please be safe out there. Be conscious. And as always, respect nature and be conscientious of the environment. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the replay. And for my replay champions, down in the comment section, put SAFE as your code word. SAFEE. SA. Going on, Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting? How's it going, Rob? I just rescued myself from being pinned by a WidowMaker. I was sharing with everybody kind of the psychological process that happens when you get trapped and pinned like that, and what you should do and go through the process of assessing, figuring out if self-rescue is possible or if you should wait. That you shouldn't waste your time. You should find your exit the way you need to get out of it. And that's my code word. For my replay champions, they put it down in the comment section after they watch the replay. When it's, after it's done being live, they're rewatching it and they actually watch it all the way through and they catch the code word. They put it in the comments section to let me know they actually watched it. And I'm doing something special for my replay champions. And I was saying, find your exit, stay calm. I said stay calm like 4 times. And soothing frustration, brace the log just in case, so that way as you're coming out, if it goes to give, you don't get repinned or stabbed. And smooth and easy on the way out. And then finally, to wrap it up, if you got hit by a WidowMaker and lived, definitely take that as one hell of a hard lesson learned. And don't make a mistake again. Because if you got lucky enough to survive it once, that's 1,000,000 to 1 shot. For it to not hit you hard enough to cause instant internal damage, for a branch not to hit you and stab you, for spinal cords or whatever to not break you instantly and is instantaneous death, that you're not pinned to the point that you're just stuck there until exposure, or you're just knocked unconscious by it and you can't get your breath, or you just get suffocated by it if it's up too high. There's 1,000,001 ways that the WidowMaker can kill you. But I've known people who've been hit by a WidowMaker and lived, and they could have gotten out of it better, faster, easier if they calmly assessed and got themselves out. So that's what this was all about, was just to kind of put that seed in your mind so that anybody who sees this and happens to be out there, to try to show you, like, you definitely should avoid WidowMakers because of this. And if not, this is what you do, or at least a way to do it. Thanks, Rob. Says we have 3 in here, so just everybody who's hanging out, say a howdy do. We're all hanging out. I'm keep this rolling for the last few minutes for a little on this question and answer thing. Anybody who popped in at the last minute wanted to talk about it, ask questions, whatever. Try to keep it rolling till the 30 mark. And then I gotta make some firewood. And that's the best payback for a WidowMaker. Burn the bitch. Oh, look at this guy. Come on, focus. These guys are just the coolest thing ever. Put you in here. Surprised you didn't get crushed. You're like right next to my head. Oh man. And like I said, while I was doing it, that there was a little bit of actual panic that happened. There was a actual few moments of it. It was yeah, that was a stressful moment. But I hope everybody can get something out of it. Uh, I got the idea the other night. Oh, my ribs burst. Oh, the up and down, and then I was leaning on some crap, some hard stuff underneath my rib. Oh. So it's really important to definitely be mindful when you're out here. And if you pay attention, like you don't even have to be like you don't even have to know trees like that. If you, I wish I could reach up and grab the bark though. Hmm. Well, one of these times I'll point out and show you guys an example of the differences between the different trees. But if you look at the two different trees, like one that's dead, that might be dead, and one that's living and good. If you look at the two, you can see the differences, and then you can pick out trees. Dead, 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 and dead, dead. Just like that. Like, I don't even have to know what type of trees they are or whatever else. I can just look at the difference. Okay, same tree, but that looks different. So, healthy looking, green, growing. Okay, that's the dead one. Okay, so that's how you tell which one. Easy. Just comparison. Okay. Well, everybody cleared out, so I think I'm just gonna say, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Hope you can get something out of this, even if it's just about being more cautious. But until next time, sunfish for fish, always at the last minute. Did I just finished up my survival challenge for um self-rescue from a widowmaker, and it only took me about 20 minutes or so, which wasn't bad. Uh, it was a scenario and a thought process and an example of what happens psychologically when you get hit by a tree. That one, I was pinned underneath it and I had to dig myself out. I tried to leverage it, but everything I would use would break. I tried to lever it up and everything just crumbled. Finally, I just had to brace a few different sticks together so that way they would hold the tree so it didn't fall anymore, and then dig myself out. And I didn't cheat. I had the survival shovel right here this whole time. I could have grabbed it and rescued myself, levered it up, and got myself out of there, but I wanted to show what would happen if you didn't have that and how to rescue yourself. I think when I had my head on the ground, something crawled up in the back of my head and hit me. So, did you have any questions, or you just cool with watching the replay or whatever? Oh, nice. I think I'm gonna do a Q&A kind of talk about it thing, see what anybody thinks. I might give it a little bit for people to watch it and stuff like that. Give it a few days. What do you think of the thumbnail though? Nature's Assassin. You gotta go straight fruit ninja on mosquitoes. Alrighty, everybody. So I think I'm gonna call it. Nobody has any questions. Nobody has any thoughts. Because I have 31. So until next time, always be safe. But get out there, be a native, and go beast.